Outside the Grand Hall came urgent reports. 19 sects were attacking, the Eastern Gate Guardians were requesting reinforcements, and the Southern Gate's protective formation needed replacement resources. Inside, a subordinate continued his briefing, the 10,000 demon realm to the north. At that, a certain elder spoke up, "We've already reached a critical point." Everyone looked curiously toward the sect leader and asked, "Senior brother sect master, why are you not worried at all? Even if we don't run, shouldn't we at least send disciples to resist?" Li Qingzi smiled calmly and confidently, replying, "What's there to panic about? Just a trivial matter." Someone, sweating nervously, wondered aloud, could it be Elder God Slayer? Understanding what he meant, Li Qingzi nodded. Correct. Elder God Slayer has decided to face all 19 sects alone. First, to reduce casualties among our disciples. He paused briefly before continuing. Second, because the 19 sects did not split up, likely fearing ambush. This is the perfect chance for Elder God Slayer to capture them all in one sweep. Someone hesitated and asked, "But is he confident enough?" The elder's face lit up with excitement. "Rest assured. Elder God Slayer himself said that he can now contend with patriarchs. If he dares to make such a claim, then his confidence is absolute. This is a heaven-sent opportunity." Hearing this, everyone felt relieved, even praising Shichuan's teaching and discipline. Meanwhile, at the rear mountain, Hanju rubbed his neck and muttered, "Cultivating too long. My shoulders are a bit stiff." Suddenly a voice called out, drawing his attention, "Master, you've finally come out." Turning, Hanju saw Black-Held Chicken carrying several big bundles, urging him, "Let's run quickly, I've already packed everything." Helpless, Hanju thought to himself, "Even this Black-Held Chicken has inherited some of my ways." Unhurried, he said indifferently, "Relax. They're just a bunch of stray chickens and dogs. Why should I run?" The chicken's eyes widened in shock, not quite understanding Hanju's meaning. But before it could speak, Hanju suddenly shot off, leaving only a trail of smoke behind. Black-Held Chicken stared blankly at the drifting dust. "Was Master scolding me just now?" Hanju, riding his sword, flew like the wind straight toward the enemies. From the enemy side, someone loudly announced, "Ahead lies the Yuqing sect. They're doomed now. Still daring to shelter Zhufan and Mafuchio, such sinners against the righteous path." Looking at the figure standing atop a cliff, the crowd grew restless. "That's Senior Wei Yuan, a true great cultivator of the void amalgamation stage." "Silence. Experts of his level are not for us to discuss. This battle will surely go down in history." Li Qianlong, upon seeing a figure approach in flight, called out, "Senior, someone from Yuqing's sect is coming." Wei Yuan secretly spread his divine sense to gauge Hanju. Seeing only a 9th-layer foundation establishment, he sneered in contempt. But when he looked closer, he was stunned. The youth was laden with treasures, every piece a spiritual artifact. At his side, Li Qianlong laughed mockingly. Yuqing's sect must be terrified, sending just one man to his death. But Wei Yuan ignored him, frowning. He himself only owned one spiritual treasure, obtained with great effort. Suspicion rose in his heart. Could this be Jioding true person? Li Qianlong quickly reasoned, impossible. He must be some envoy sent to beg for peace. Jioding resides overseas, it's impossible for him to return so quickly. And with the Eastern family also in trouble, they won't spare time for Yuqing sect. Wei Yuan then realized, no wonder he's covered in defensive artifacts. They're afraid we'll take out our anger on him. Soon Hanju landed before them. Before he even settled, Li Qianlong called out mockingly, "Yuqing sect sending only one person, what arrogance!" Hanju swept his gaze and asked, "You are Li Qianlong, are you not? The one behind the Wei clan?" His words made Li Qianlong's heart jolt. Such oppressive force. How does he know this? I kept those matters strictly hidden. He quickly transmitted a message to Wei Yuan, "Something's wrong. Senior, please kill him at once." Wei Yuan replied with unease, "He ignored my oppressive aura. His strength is surely no less than mine. I fear he isn't even from Yuqing sect." Li Qianlong speculated, Most likely this is Elder God Slayer himself, the youngest elder in Yuqing sect's history. Rumor says he was born outside the sect, not even 300 years old yet. Wei Yuan thought to himself, under 300. At best he's only in soul transformation. To withstand my aura, he must be relying on artifacts. Regaining his confidence, he declared, if that's the case, Elder God Slayer, do you dare fight me? But before he even finished preparing, Hanju struck first. He scoffed inwardly. Where does this fool's confidence come from? I'll just kill him outright. Caught off guard, Wei Yuan was utterly shocked, unable to believe what just happened. Beside him, Li Qianlong was terrified, thinking, he has no martial honor. Attacking by surprise, the onlookers below gasped in disbelief at Hanju's blinding speed. Without hesitation, Hanju unleashed the 6 paths absolute seal. His palm pressed against Wei Yuan's forehead, crackling lightning flashing across it. Since stepping into void amalgamation, he had comprehended this divine ability, the seal that could suppress and shatter an enemy's primordial spirit. A true finishing move. Even before the fleshly body was destroyed, the primordial spirit was already annihilated. Wei Yuan's knees slammed into the ground, and the moment Hanju withdrew his hand, the man collapsed unconscious. Senior Wei Yuan! Li Qianlong cried out in horror. But before he could react further, Hanju said coldly, your turn. With a flick of his sword, the blade pierced straight through Li Qianlong's chest. Raising his hand, Hanju released a burst of spiritual essence. It shot into Li Qianlong's body, shattering his golden core, tearing apart his nascent soul, and gravely wounding his primordial spirit. In just a few short moments, Hanju had dispatched the 2 strongest foes. The onlookers were struck dumb, unable to utter a word. After a long silence, someone hesitantly asked, Sect Master, should we attack further? The Sect Master erupted in anger. Attack my ass! Are you a spy? We came here to support Yuqing sect? He then forced a smile and said, looks like Yuqing sect doesn't need our help after all. We'll be going now, sorry for the disturbance. Watching the sects hastily retreat, Hanju thought with relief, fortunately, the 19 sects didn't fight to the death. If I killed them all, Yuqing sect would become the common enemy of the great yen cultivation world. For now, intimidation is enough. He quickly returned to the grand hall. Entering, he said, I'll leave sect leader Li Qianlong's body to you. Everyone was stunned. It's already over? But we haven't even held a victory banquet yet. Hanju simply turned and went back to his cave dwelling behind the mountain. There, he gently laid Wei Yuan's corpse on the ground, then immediately cast a spell. Chanting an incantation, he commanded, release him. A faint shadowy phantom instantly appeared before him. The figure trembled with tears of joy, stammering, Elder God Slayer. Hanju's voice was cold. Huang Zuntian, listen carefully. Do you want to live again? His words left the phantom utterly stunned. He hesitantly asked, do you mean resurrection? At that moment, the system notification chimed. Huang Zuntian has developed favorability toward you. Current favorability, 3 stars. Hanju thought inwardly, so he already developed goodwill. That saves me quite a lot of trouble. He then answered seriously, that's right. This body here had its primordial spirit destroyed, but the flesh still retains vitality. As long as you seize it and take possession, you can live again. Upon hearing this, Zuntian immediately knelt and kowtowed. I, Huang Zuntian, swear to the heavenly Tao itself, from this day on, I shall serve senior as ox or horse. Should I ever betray, may hard demons devour me and body and Tao both perish. He knocked his forehead against the ground until a bump formed, but ignored the pain, continuing fervently, I will follow you to the very end. Once I revive, I shall sever ties with the green-clad sacred cult. From then on, I am Holy Senior's man. But Hanju replied awkwardly, sorry. The green-clad sacred cult has already been annihilated. Regardless of Zuntian's sorrow at the news, Hanju mused privately, this Huang Zuntian really knows how to conduct himself. But I can't fully trust him just because of pretty words. Hanju's next words caught Zuntian's attention. This body has a notable identity. He was the vice-sect master of the Nine Dragon sect. Hanju stated his intention. He was a void amalgamation cultivator whose primordial spirit I just destroyed. Now I want you to replace him. Zun Tian was shaken by the words void amalgamation and stammered, "If senior commands it, this subordinate will never refuse, even unto death." Hanju explained in frustration, "I'm not asking you to actually become him. I just want you to take his place so that those behind him won't come seeking revenge and disrupt my cultivation, understand?" Zun Tian nodded vigorously, showing he understood. Hanju spoke coldly, "All you need to do is calm the Nine Dragon sect and conceal what happened. Also, I've planted a mark in your soul. If you ever dare betray me, with a single thought I can crush you." Zun Tian immediately knelt again, declaring sincerely, "Rest assured, my lord, I will never oppose you." With that reassurance, Hanju ordered him to begin the possession. 7 days later, the system notified, "Huang Zun Tian's favorability toward you has increased. Current favorability, 5 stars. Hanju surmised, so he succeeded in seizing the body. Now within Wei Yuan's body, Zun Tian expressed his gratitude. "I did not fail the mission. I have successfully taken possession." But Hanju frowned, sensing something a bit off about old Huang. Zun Tian then asked respectfully, "Thank you for senior's grace. May I ask your name and Dao title? Always calling you Elder God Slayer feels discourteous." After a moment's thought, Hanju replied, "Call me Reincarnation." Privately, he mused, "Since I've already succeeded in the 6 paths reincarnation, making up the name Reincarnation shouldn't be too much." But Zun Tian interpreted differently. To dare use reincarnation as a Dao title. Truly extraordinary. I must cling tightly to this person. He then hesitantly said, "Senior Reincarnation, I just sensed the Nine Dragon sect calling to me." Just as Hanju expected. Of course, they must be anxious since Wei Yuan has been out of contact so long. This matter can't be delayed, Hanju said. Set off for the Nine Dragon sect at once. It's located in Western Abyss Province, just outside Great Yen. Don't go the wrong way. And above all, don't expose yourself. Zun Tian immediately complied. Before he departed, Hanju reminded him, if they're not easily fooled, then just speak less. In the end, you're a void amalgamation great cultivator. They won't dare press you too much. Zun Tian calmly replied, "Rest assured, I intend to make a clean sweep of it this time." Puzzled, Hanju asked what he meant, but Zun Tian only answered softly, "By using my old profession." After some thought, he turned back and asked, "Senior, do you want me to ascend to the position of Nine Dragon Sect Master?" Hanju was stunned speechless for quite a while, then only said indifferently, "As long as you're happy." Zun Tian bowed deeply, then took his leave. At that moment, the system notified, "You have successfully defended the Yuqing sect. Reward 1 spell manual. Congratulations! You have obtained the manifestation art. This technique allows one to reveal the true forms of all living beings." After reading this, Hanju pondered, so the system only gave the reward now. Meaning if I hadn't kept a trump card, Yuqing sect would have faced even greater danger. It seems caution was indeed the right choice. The web of karma is truly terrifying. 1 month later, Li Qingzi arrived joyfully carrying a box. "I've brought some treasures for Elder God Slayer." Behind him stood a massive pile. Thanks to Elder Han, the 19 sect leaders all came to apologize and gifted us many things. "I've selected the best to present to you." Helpless, Hanju replied, "Sect Master, you're too kind." But Li Qingzi's expression suddenly changed to anger. I confronted the sect masters. The mastermind behind this incident was none other than that bastard Li Qianlong. He is now imprisoned. Sighing with sorrow, he confided, "We issued a bounty for Zhufan and Mafuchio, but it's as if they've vanished. I worry for them." Hanju said coolly, "Don't worry. They're both resourceful. They've likely left Great Yen already." Li Qingzi responded, "I hope so. As for the Wei clan, it's the same. They've been expelled from Great Yan's cultivation world. Without them stirring chaos, the realm is much quieter." Hanju reassured, "Good. We never aimed for hegemony. Only by cultivating in peace can the sect walk farther. After Li Qingzi left, Hanju commanded the system to open the social relation logs of Zhufan and Ma Fuqiu. Friend of Ma Fuqiu, Zhufan accidentally entered an ancient forbidden land, obtained an ancient inheritance. As Hanju ate while reading, he speculated these two. Could they end up together in the future? Forget it, not worth dwelling on. Next came a series of updates about his close companions. Hanju sighed inwardly. These people, especially my disciples. Why can't they make me worry less for once? Just then, the system chimed again, innate fate-bearer detected. Would you like to investigate the target's karmic history? Hanju was shocked by the message, frowning. Not again. Another one?